Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we're going to have a look at my Krytac Kriss Vector after the trailer. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to have a little run over of my Krytac Kriss Vector. I absolutely love this SMG. It is fantastic. You know, it's not a cheap bit of kit, but I certainly do believe with this you pay for what you get for. This isn't how it looks when you get out of the box, but we'll get into that. But yeah, let's dive in. So this is my Krytac Kriss Vector. It is a 1:1 scale replica, fully licensed by the American firearms company Kriss, who make the real firearm itself. It is slightly different to what you get in the box. You don't get this front rail section here, which I've, you know, this is an aftermarket part which I've added on. And obviously you don't get the suppressor that I've got in there. That is a licensed Kriss suppressor as well in there, and I think it just gives a more cool look. And obviously I've added the optics as well. Now, out the box, I mean, I've done absolutely nothing to this internally. It is, it's solid. I will admit it's solid. The performance is great. Yes, there's things it can do to it, and I've got planned ahead to do to it. But as it comes, you can just imagine it without this this piece on here, and these optics. It does come with licensed defense. I believe it's defense. Iron sights, flip-up iron sights. You also get a magazine in the box. I believe these are 95 round capacity magazines. So you know you are going to have to buy some more. I did buy a pack of. You get a pack of 3 which you can buy. They're not cheap magazines at all, but these are also made by Krytac, which are licensed as well. I believe the real firearm is 9mm. I believe the caliber rounds the fire. But yeah, I mean, how awesome is that? The mag release is located here. You can get aftermarket parts. Lilacs make quite a few aftermarket parts, so you can really customize your rifle to, you know, to how you want it to look. And you can make it look badass. I mean, it looks badass as it is if you're a Vector fan, but you do get a lot of aftermarket parts to make it look cool. You can actually change the stock as well. You can get a part where you can fit an M4 buffer tube, and you can have that M4 stock on there if you want. But I like the stock. This is adjustable. You know, this part here moves in and out. It is collapsible. You know, so you can drop that compact size. If you want to pack it away neater, because you can do. I believe you can buy some actual licensed bags for these as well. Which is probably, you know, you'd use that to collapse it in 4-bottle levels. Just use gun bags, or you know, you need portable carry cases or whatnot. It's solid, you know, that is solid. No wobble whatsoever. And just lift it up there off the little catch and locks back into place. You've got sling points here. With this that I've got guard I've got on the front, it has actually got some QD rather. Sling points on the front rail section. It is M-lock this as well. This rail section. These aren't, you know, they're not cheap parts. You know, you're looking on nearly 100 quid for this from this part here. It is full metal. M-lock made by Lilacs. But you know, it just gives it that better finish, I think. And you have that bit more room to add more accessories to the rifle itself. I just stuck on my Vector Optics red dot and the 3x magnification. You know, it looks cool. You know, so if you've that further away in engagement, you want to get a better look on your target, then you know, you just flip it up. You look through and that's it. You've got a better, you know, you've got a better sight picture on your target. I've also just fitted a flashlight to the rifle as well. Now, the cool thing about this as well, it has several different fire rates, or fire modes rather. So it's completely ambi control on the selectors and the safety. So the safety is here. You know, it's quite a strong click into place. It's not loose at all. There's no play whatsoever in these. So you got what you do have, which is pretty cool. You know, you have your semi. I have got a battery in this just to show you the fire rate. We'll talk about the battery in a minute. Now the next cool bit, you've got a 2-round burst, which is awesome. And also you're fully auto with a very high fire rate on this. You are going to go through your magazines quite quickly. You know, if you do use this. So the battery is actually housed inside the pistol grip. You just pop this little cap off here. They are aftermarket parts as well if you want an extended you know, cap on the bottom, which gives you that bit more battery space. But I actually use these batteries from Spetsner Arms. It's 11.1 volt, 600 milliamp. They are cool little batteries and come in handy for certain riffs where there's not much battery space. So actually, I run 2 of these when I use this riff, just in case you know, that runs out, because you're not going to get a lot of juice out of that compared to other batteries that you would use. The hop up, I love the hop up on this thing. You can really fine tune the hop on this. So what you do is you pull back this charging handle here, and what that does is that opens this ejection port, and you've got a rotary style hop up in here, and it's got quite a few settings on there, so you can really push you know, the tuning on this to range and accuracy on your BB. I actually run this with 2/8 stock. Like I said, I've not changed anything at all, and this will chuck 2/8 very nicely down there. I've not used a higher weight BB in it yet to, you know, to try that, but that's pretty cool. This ejection port cover will stay open, so you just chuck that down. It does also, sorry, have a quick change spring system, and what you do is you pop out these pins here, and this base plate here will pull out, and you got your quick, you know, you've got your spring in there. You pop it back in, job's a good one. Now, because this is a very compact, you know, compact rifle, it's got very short in the barrel. So, you know, you're looking at about 310 FPS. You know, kicking out of this thing, but don't let that put you off, because like I say, it can fling some heavier BBs down range with no problem whatsoever. You know, and this is, for me, is like a perfect rifle, submachine gun. You know, for those close quarter, you know, scenarios that you know, games that you're playing. This is perfect. But you know, I still use this in a woodland area, outdoors, and I know I'm going to hit the target where I need to be. So the Vector itself, it's a pretty iconic piece of kit. You know, if you play Modern Warfare and stuff like that, you'll have used the Vector. Everyone loves the Vector. I believe these were produced in 2009. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they are still used at present. I do believe that the Bangladesh Army and Police use these, as well as the Panamanian National Police, and the Thailand they use these in Thailand. The Royal Thai Army and Royal Police use these. So yeah, it's my Vector. Like I say, I love it. I absolutely love this thing. It is so awesome, and I love the way it just sits in the shoulder. Like, I use this bit here to rest my cheek in on my jawline, and that gets my eye straight down my you know, in at my side, looking through the red dot there. It's just perfect. It's just so comfortable the way it sits and shoulders. It's not heavy. You say that if you're running a gun all day, you probably would want to, you would want to sling up. But yeah, it's great. Krytac's done a good job. This is actually my first experience with Krytac, and I've got a bad thing to say about it. Price point, some people might say it's overpriced for what what you can get or what you can do, but I have no complaints. And like I say, I will be looking to upgrade it down the line, probably a new inner barrel, bucking and nub, the standard sort of stuff. But also I want to run the Perrin MOSFET unit in this as well, because that's meant to be really badass. So probably we're looking to get that in there. But other than that, spot on. I rate it. Great bit of kit, and yeah, it's all good. So thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate this. If you could drop a like on the video. If you've got one of these, I'd love to hear. Love to hear about it and see what you think about it and what you've done to yours. But yeah, I will be showing off another one of my rifles in my collection in the next video. But until then, take it easy. See you next time. Thanks.